When I first started, it was, working at the Sacred Heart Mission, 1989, basically on the streets. I was doing street outreach. I'd spoke to this homeless man, and I said to him, I hadn't had a particularly good day. I said I'd had one of those days. He said, Peter, I've had one of those lives. And you could see etched in his whole persona that he had had one of those lives. And I went on to see and meet so many people that you could only describe as having one of those lives, that carried enormous fear in their body, anxiety, confusion, depression, all sorts of things, come from trauma, and were very vulnerable to finding more trauma. And that's where the intervention of RecLink, a quality opportunity, a very simple opportunity of sport or something that was immediately accessible. I said to him, what is his goals for the future, this homeless man suffering from schizophrenia? Peter, I don't even know what to do in the present, never mind the future. And I think RecLink was sort of born out of that to some degree. What can you do in the immediate that can be helpful when I'm in a crisis? And RecLink was a response to a hidden crisis in that moment. Give me a quality opportunity, something I can be involved in, something that's bigger than myself, something that I can be a part of, something that helps me find a quality belonging and experience with others, as opposed to drifting into negativity and destruction. We hear these stories that 65 to 70,000 Australians will attempt suicide this year or over many years. That is the size of a regional town, Albury. That to me is very concerning. But when I hear people say in RecLink quite commonly, through a very simple involvement structure of being involved in sports, soccer, cricket, basketball, gym, boxing, Tai Chi, or whatever it might be, that this has saved my life, that experiencing myself in a new way, being around others. You can't ignore that kind of expression, or it's brought life to me, or it's given me my spirit back. But to have lost spirit in the first place, to have something that regenerates spirit through others and through community. But the game gives an immediate emotional reward, whether it's a basket, whether it's a catch, whether it's getting a wicket, whether it's running with the ball, whether it's bouncing the ball, kicking a goal, taking a mark. There's a powerful emotional reward. Another man who experienced drug addiction for quite a period of his life and had come a long way. He'd become the coach of the team. He'd moved forward with his life in a very powerful way. He said what the game gives him, where every player in his particular team has a drug addiction, and they're using that team as a tool of recovery. He said, Peter, it's a clean rush that's real. It's a clean rush that's real. That expression has been used over and over. Another person expressed that with a basketball hoop. He said in that moment, the rush was really powerful. Another expression that people has been used, which is the universal RecLink story that now everybody tells. I'm claiming this story that everybody's taken, by the way. But the expression that has been used is that what I like about Australian rules is that people call me by name. That is the RecLink story. The sense of recognition, the sense of existence, the sense that I am valued, that I matter, is some way in that story of being called by name. And that's what we're trying to bring. Those terms that I just used is what we're trying to bring. I think we're discovering more and more as a community the power of community and the impact on the health of people, the power of belonging, the power of being with others, the power of experiencing yourself in a positive way with others, doing things that you wouldn't normally do. It's been a great journey with a whole mixture of, sort of ups and downs, but I suppose the more recent feelings is that you can just see so often the life and excitement it brings to others. People experiencing themselves in a different way in the context of their life, makes it a powerful experience for me when I see the backgrounds and stories of where people come from. To include people who are unincluded is a very powerful way of contributing to the community. It's probably, in essence, where we can contribute to community if we include others who are unincluded. That makes that journey very fulfilling. It makes the journey, there's a sense of real worthwhileness, there's a sense of value in your life